This week's Safety Toolbox talk is on a little bit of different subject matter. What we have here on this project is 32 caissons going down 60 feet in the ground. He's drilling down 60 feet to bedrock to a solid foundation so that our new addition will be supported by these 60 pilasters that go down into the ground. We have to get to stable soils. So when he drills all the way down and brings that bit back up, he shakes it out by spinning it, and all them soils fly off. Keeping in mind, soils weigh about 100 pounds per 12-inch by 12-inch section. So any tradesman standing in the vicinity of this crane and this drilling apparatus can get hit by that mud coming off of that drill bit. So there's equipment in the vicinity of this operation, and there's also bomber trucks coming in, concrete trucks coming in to take these soils out and to pour that hole 60 feet deep full of concrete. A lot of hazards associated with confined space. Do you notice the sleeve coming out of the ground right there? The reason for the sleeve is it's 42 inches above 0-0. That sleeve acts as fall protection because OSHA says 6-foot fall rule in this country. We don't want a gentleman tradesman standing beside that thing to fall down in that hole. He will obviously die. There's no way to get him out. Now, there is an understanding when that hole reaches 60 feet deep that they may want to go down into the bottom and clean out the bottom before they place concrete. And if so, then we have to monitor the atmosphere, because now that sleeve and that hole in the ground is considered a confined space. It may have a bad atmosphere, and it's one way in and it's one way out. See how we've got equipment running in here also? These tradesmen have to be cognizant of the swing radius of that crane and this motorized equipment coming in and out, because they could be run over by that equipment. We have to ensure that them backup alarms work. Now, looking at this entire project here, we have 60 caissons going in. We're going to have a lot of trucks coming in and out of here, and also going through this gate out here. So another hazard to take into consideration is the bomber trucks going out with material and the concrete trucks coming in to place these cylinders. So at all times, we should have a certified flagger at the egress and exit point of our job sites. It's a big operation here. There's a lot of material handling going on. It's very noisy. So even for these gentlemen working in the immediate vicinity of this drilling process, it's very loud, maybe even above 85 decibels, meaning that these guys could go deaf from this operation, and they should be wearing some type of hearing protection. So we've got struck by incidents that can happen here. We've got noise exposures. We've got confined spaces. We've got the potential of contaminated soils. So we may have to do a soil analysis to determine whether or not that soil could create a hazard to these men working around it. So this week, a little bit of different subject matter. We're doing caissons on this project. Good one to discuss out there. Very active project, very interesting project. And if you notice in the background here, that is a sleeve that's being picked by this crane that is now going to go down into that caisson, and that's what they pour the concrete into, and they slide a cylinder of green rebar down inside that for reinforcing. So a lot of operations going on here with rigging, chains, rigging failures, lots of things to look at in an exposure like this. Let's have a safe week.